Okay, let's try another video. This is Garrett, of course. I'm the only person here. This video is called The Day God Broke My Heart Again. It was about 10 years ago, and I found out about one of the most amazing books on the internet. And the book was called Pale Horse Rider by William Cooper. And it was expensive, and Bill Cooper is dead now. He was assassinated, you might say. And I bought the book, and I read it. And I read chapter after chapter, talking about what the UFOs are, about the gray aliens, about the Illuminati. And this book exposes all kinds of truths, all kinds. And I was almost done with the book, and I found it fascinating. And I would recommend anybody who wants to learn more to buy this book. But let me warn you, it is very hard reading, very hard. And I'm just about done with the book. And there's this little tiny chapter on Israel. Well, some of you know that I'm Jewish. I'm a Jewish Christian. That's a Messianic Jew. And I said, whoa, okay, this is about Israel? Whoa, the book is almost over. Oh, this should be interesting. And that is the day that God broke my heart once again. You see, up until that time, I was studying about the shadow government in the United States, the Illuminati, the Vatican, Freemasonry, witchcraft and Satanism. So I was at work, and it was slow, and I read the chapter on Israel, and that's when I found out that the Israeli government is just as corrupt as the U.S. government and every other government in the world. Now, you might be thinking, Garrett, we all know this. This is all over the internet. Don't forget, this was 10 years ago when all of this stuff was brand new, just coming out on the internet. It was all brand new. And I read in the book how the Vatican controls the Israeli government, how they're working with Freemasonry and the Illuminati. I read in the book how the Vatican owns about 40% of Jerusalem. How is that possible? How can the Vatican own 40% of Jerusalem? And I read in the book about some of the evil architecture used with some of the Israeli buildings, courthouses, museums, buildings that were designed with Illuminati-type Freemasonry architecture. And it was a short chapter, and it broke my heart because I realized then, for the first time, that Israel was involved in all of this mess just as much as everyone else. And up until that time, I didn't know that. I thought maybe the Jewish government might have been a little bit different. Maybe some of them were following God, maybe. And that is the day when I read that chapter that God broke my heart once again. Amen to that.